Good morning, everybody. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join us as DSI and Digital Barriers present some new and emerging technologies that we're both very excited about. And we're going to be going through various types of solutions today, from mobility to safe cities and others that we'll highlight as we get started. So before we kick things off, I wanted to briefly go through the agenda for today. And we'll start with introductions. Starting with myself, my name is Derek P. I've been with Digital Barriers for 4 years now. I support our federal partnerships and relationships, and generally directly support our customers within DOJ and DHS. So some exciting things there we can kind of talk through. On the line today, we also have Jared Marble with DSI. I'll kick it to Jared to introduce himself and DSI.
Great, thanks, Derek. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Jared Marble with DICES Solutions, Inc., or just DSI. We're excited to bring to you today the latest offerings from our partner, Digital Barriers, as we continue to expand our solution portfolio to keep up with our customers' latest demands and changing environments. DSI provides complete IT solutions and services that are secure, innovative, energy efficient, and cost effective. We put our customer first and understand the importance of providing a valuable experience from start to finish. Our knowledge of current and emerging technologies is a foundation for providing solutions and services that increase productivity and create a positive workflow for our customers. One of the things we're really excited about today is bringing you Digital Barriers and our new partnership that we've established to provide to the government customers through our NASA SOUP vehicle. We are both a small and a large business under SOUP and have recently been certified as an ISO 20243 verified company managing our supply chain risk management. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Derek and let him introduce all of the things we have to talk about today.
Great, thanks, Jared. So before we get into some of the solutions we're going to talk through today, I wanted to highlight Digital Barriers' mission and what we've been doing since our inception since 2009. We are a video-centric business delivering critical video and metadata to end users that need it most in real time without increased latency or additional unreliable video quality. So what we do is we have key core solutions that can work independently or together as a layered approach. We have everything from safe cities initiatives and solutions that we bring forward as overt and covert solutions. Those are used throughout law enforcement communities and within oil and gas communities, and then with IoT partners like Vodafone, AT&T, Verizon, and several others. And so with those safe cities initiatives, we've been able to take that into other mobile solutions as well, which cover in-car vehicle solutions, and our latest technology, which is our Bodyworn Camera. And our Bodyworn Camera is now capable of streaming over limited and increased bandwidth problematic scenarios where it becomes increasingly difficult to get reliable video and alerts back to operations centers when time is of the essence and key stakeholders need those pieces of information to allocate resources and maintain positive control of the scenarios as they're developing in real time. So through those safe cities initiatives and these mobility solutions, we've been able to provide our key stakeholders and management teams with highly reliable video and information in order to make those decisions in real time, further ensuring safety and security and increasing the security posture of your organization. In addition to those key components, we also have what's called digital walls. And digital walls take on a couple of different look and feel from Digital Barriers. We have everything from sensor technologies that can be used in austere environments, for border protection environments, or for critical infrastructures like oil and gas. And then in addition to those underground sensors, we also have analytics that we're really excited about. They're proven and they're tested, and they actually are in use around the world today, known as SafeZone. And what SafeZone is native analytics that can run on the camera at the edge or centrally based, where we can determine loitering and other alarms that you want to be notified of. So we can include loitering, zone crossing, which is effectively fence line detection, grouping parameters, and other significant things that can be brought into the fold, all while being done directly on the edge device. What's nice and important to know about SafeZone is that you have familiarity with this product if you are an Axis Communication user. This was a product that we began in partnership with Axis many years ago, where they have private labeled that from us, and it is also known as Axis Perimeter Defender. In addition to those SafeZone and underground sensor technologies, we have lighter weight applications that can run directly on digital barriers devices. So cameras that don't have this intelligence can be made intelligent by utilizing analytics that reside natively on digital barriers hardware encoders that can take on many different form factors based on user requirement. The last piece we'll cover today are solutions that we brought to the market because of the need during COVID-19. And those cover things from elevated body temperature solutions to analytics for mass detection and people counting, and also to determine occupancy of retail environments or your business operations, headquarters, things like that. This further ensures safety, security, and accountability for organizations that we support, and we're looking forward to sharing some of that with you today. To expand on those core technologies, the direct impact, positive impact that you can expect when deploying EdgeViz throughout your organization are multiple, but the important pieces you see here, and I won't highlight all of them, but if you follow along on a few, you'll see that things like reduction in bandwidth usage can attribute to predictable billing. So with simple deployment of EdgeViz devices, that enables our users to stream video wirelessly over LTE networks, could be mesh radios, or any number of wireless transmission methods. Because we are very good at sending video over lower bandwidth networks, this gives the end user the ability to have true consumption ownership of their data, which means now they can reduce the amount of money they spend month over month by establishing firm caps on video streams per channel. And so when you can reduce the amount of bandwidth needed to send the same amount of video traffic by up to 60%, you can associate that directly with cost savings. Our ability to also include metadata, GPS information, and other analytics layered on top of this video stream also makes it critically important for our end users so they can take advantage of the intelligence while also taking advantage of the cost savings. So whether it's us sending sterile zone analytics for zone crossing rules, whether it's grouping alerts that we need to initiate from the edge, that can all be done and sent over the same limited channel that is user defined in order to achieve the results per end user's standard operating procedures. When we talk about benefits of the EdgeViz system end-to-end, it's important to note that security is at the forefront of our mission. We have been using AES 256-bit encryption from nearly the start of us bringing these products to market, and most recently now bringing FIPS 140-2 into the fold, further ensuring our customers' security of network and peace of mind when they're operating these devices on their local networks. So as we talk through Safe Cities initiatives, I'm going to play a video, and to kind of highlight what we're going to see here is a picture that I'm painting for of what you can do in real time, or also be done on previously recorded video when you need to extrapolate critical information to share that with other users of the EdgeVis system. So in this scenario, this would be an example of an overt or potentially covert camera solution that could be deployed rapidly on existing equipment already owned by you, or through new technologies that we can provide to you as a solution. This enables you to go in and see critical data using a feature called full resolution retrieval, which you'll see here as an example. And what this full res retrieval function does, and I'll go ahead and play. What this enables you to do is go back in real time or on a post-recorded video and pull back the full resolution details you need in order to create alerts via email, SMS, or text. Other options include webhooks, where we can include this information in the third-party aggregating software components. What you'll see here, this person of interest can now have their details pulled in high definition based on what the camera is able to produce. We can go in and we can store that information, all the while still recording and still live streaming in the upper left-hand corner. So this can be done as a review tool without having to disrupt what your operations center currently is a live footage. This is important for individuals tasked with creating BOLO alerts or other informative emails that need to be pushed around within an organization and brought additional resources into the fold so that they can get ahead of an incident before it's too late. Do we have any questions that come in regards to the full resolution retrieval? If not, I'm happy to move on, but just wanted to make sure that everyone understands how this feature can be utilized, where we can go in and pull those specific frames and those details within those frames.
I do not see any questions in the list there, Derek, so I think we can go forward.
Wonderful. So to expand onto the mobility play, we can take this same full resolution retrieval function, and we can introduce that into multiple scenarios, including in-car video, whether it's police vehicles, incident command vehicles, or any number of other scenarios, oil and gas, et cetera, that utilize front or rear-facing cameras. They can all now take advantage of having the ability to live stream and live view on demand these critical video feeds and pull back details when necessary in order to, again, create those alerts to make partners aware of what they're seeing on the ground. These can be generated by the end user as an alert feature where they need additional resources to lend a hand when something is going on that they're experiencing in the ground. And this is just making the team self-aware, right? So this is big for providing information that otherwise would take a police cruiser coming back to the station and uploading video once they're within reach of their wireless LAN to offload video. Now we can introduce this video natively into VMSs such as Milestone, Genetec, Airship, and the list goes on. And so the power of that is now having these live video feeds with high reliability ingested into video platforms that you otherwise would miss out on because of not having the technology to support the live lossless video transmission. Again, this is all done for AES 256-bit channel encrypted links. So there's no risk to your secure network. And that again is the number one priority for us, is to ensure security and then to ensure reliable video. so that you can make decisions. These can also be tethered with other important analytics such as LPR or facial recognition, which is a technology that we also make and produce. LPR is something that end users can take advantage of through our partnership with Access Communications, where we can run those lists on the device itself, and then through sightings can send those alerts from the edge to a VMS, to an email, so that all users that need to know will be informed. So the thing we're most excited about this year that we can introduce in North America is our new BW6 live streaming body-worn camera. This is, though a new product for the North American market, it is not, however, a new product for the rest of the world. This is something that we've been bringing to our partners in Asia Pacific regions and throughout the United Kingdom and Europe for a number of years. And now we are excited to unveil this in the US. What this will do for law enforcement and other agencies is to provide real-time situational awareness to individuals that are tasked with monitoring these alerts that become generated by individuals in the field. These don't have to be just police officers in uniform. This could be a number of individuals that are tasked with keeping the public safe and keeping things secured. So local guard forces and others, right? There's many use cases for this technology. And this really just highlights with this video I'll play, how we can introduce this live video with alerting function, again, into multiple VMS platforms, into viewing clients that we produce, where we can now take alerts from panic buttons or other technologies to introduce live streaming, live recording, and other things that key stakeholders need visibility on in real time. What this will do for our end users is now enable them to have control of a situation in real time and own the outcome. And this allows them to get in front of the messaging to the public when incidents occur, because now they're receiving real-time data, and allows them to get in front of social media platforms that could be potentially painting a false narrative. So there's a power in being provided real-time video, audio, and metadata from a body-worn camera of an incident, so that can be reviewed in real time and have resources allocated and adjust your team to suit the needs of that scenario to provide best outcome. And I'll go ahead and play this video. What this will show you in this snapshot is how we're able to adjust with the amount of traffic just passing by the screen, right? And so what's really important to see here is this camera in a mobile environment. This is a video camera stream like any other video camera, except the pixels are changing at a rapid pace, which makes it very hard to adjust in real time. And so for us to maintain this amount of video quality without additional latency or packet loss is a huge piece that we can bring to our end users so that they can operate with efficiency. So intelligent video analytics, this is part of our digital wall solution. What you'll see here is an example of how we could create barriers within a video stream to identify individuals that may be out after certain times of night, depending on, as we know now and have kind of seen throughout COVID-19, we have curfew implementations and other things where individuals shouldn't be out at night. That's just one scenario where this could be deployed. It could be done on schedules, daily, weekly, monthly, where we can identify areas of a scene that are of particular interest, and we know if individuals or vehicles go in or out of that area of interest and notify via an alarm point. This helps operation centers adjust and bring visibility to an end user when an incident occurs. It also allows those key stakeholders at those organizations to have the full picture painted for them versus just being fed information after the fact. And so to have this capability presented in real time, again, allows you to adjust and make decisions when time is critical. So I'll go ahead and play this, and you'll see an individual. He's walking down the sidewalk, and as he approaches the black BMW, you'll see where the incident takes place. Bounding box you're seeing here, that is part of our safe zone analytics. Those bounding boxes, this metadata, can be ported into all of our VMS partners platforms. We are doing that with Milestone. We are doing that with Genetec, Verint, and many others. And so, again, having that bounding box information, it's just easier for an operator to identify where in the scene is the issue that I need to focus on, and what is that individual doing while in that scene of interest. So hopefully seeing this and understanding how this analytic can be utilized is important, and that you find ways potentially in your organization where you could take advantage of these features. As part of our COVID solution technologies, we've introduced a number of things. One that is newer for us that we're excited about is how we can introduce face mask detection and occupancy counting of an entrance or exit door using one camera and one technology solution. So this can be deployed on existing camera infrastructure with very little lift required from an end user to achieve this. These technologies have been helpful in aiding our end users from requiring paying someone physically to be in front of a store entrance, counting in and out, right? And so because we can use technologies to take advantage of these scenarios, this helps our customers reduce their cost and overhead to staff individuals to wear a mask or to sorry, this thing just expanded on me. There we go. To wear a mask or to wait outside until occupancy levels and thresholds are met where you can now enter safely. I actually just experienced this yesterday when I was out at a store and I had to wait outside for a few minutes while an individual that worked at the store, an employee, waited with me. And then she let me go in once occupancy levels were met. And so when you can introduce a video technology such as this that can present a message to a customer on a television screen that says, it's now safe to enter, occupancy levels are met, or please do not enter the store until you have your mask fully on, are important components that help our users get back to work or our customers shop in our stores safely. One of the successful technologies that we've had this year is our elevated temperature identification systems. This is a full solution from Digital Barriers where we can rapidly get a solution set up using a body, an intelligent camera source, where we provide end users with a software interface that allows them to identify individuals' temperatures within a half a second. And we can do that at a way and at a pace that allows them to have throughput up to 100 persons per minute as possible. And so having that ability to rapidly identify individuals' temperatures and let them proceed if in range allows us and our customers to get to work faster. It allows us to get customers into our stores more efficiently. And it allows us to identify individuals that have an elevated temperature that need an additional temperature check using a physical thermometer or other means that have been established and based on recommendations by the CDC. This is an easy setup application that's ready to go out of the box and can work with a VMS as a connected solution, or can also work as a standalone device. Many of our customers are using this in both ways, where the day one solution approach, as I refer to it as, let's get this system up, let's start identifying and monitoring our employees and customers' temperatures. And then the day two approach is using this in a connected method where we can share this real-time video and temperature information to a larger audience. This ensures additional accountability from individuals that may be tasked with monitoring the system as a health and safety coordinator, or others that just need general situational awareness of who in their organization may have presented this system with an elevated temperature. So these are some of the core technologies that we're excited about this year, and looking forward to speaking with you more in the future on specific requirements that you may have. And Jared and I are excited to talk with each of you after the call as a follow-up, and really look forward to next steps together. So I would just open it up for questions and answers at this point, and ready to answer anything that you may have that you've written down.
So Derek, looks like one of the questions we have is, can you go into the country of origin for the product and solutions?
Certainly. So great question. Our headquarters is in the United Kingdom, in London, with offices geographically located globally. In the North American region, we are located in Washington, D.C. Our products are built and tested, including our software, in the UK, in Glasgow. And so, it's important for our customers to know that our solutions are NDAA compliant and also TAA compliant, which is an additional requirement sometimes seen, in organizations like Veteran Affairs, for instance. But knowing that we do not utilize gray matter material in our hardware and software is certainly a very important component that our federal customers need to understand before committing to a purchase from us. And so, yeah, we're really excited about that. Is there questions about NDAA compliance? Because if there is, this is part of, I'll call it the John McCain Act for short. What the NDAA compliance statement really does is just lay out in clear detail that there are certain technology companies and providers throughout China and Russia that are banned technologies and companies and organizations that cannot do business with the U.S. federal government. And so that's just kind of a little bit more detail on what NDAA is, and those to show why we fully meet those requirements, being that we're built and born out of the United Kingdom.
Yep, that was the next question actually that came in, was the reference to some of those companies which have been banned, such as Yahweh. So that is not part of the solution at all.
Okay, correct. Yeah.
Yep.
The devices from us, again, they're generally off-the-shelf hardware. We do have bespoke hardware solutions that were custom built based on end users' requirements, and those are also things that we entertain with our end users that oftentimes have very specific niche requirements, and we enjoy working with those customers to support them and make sure that they have the features they need to achieve mission success.
All right, and looks like the last question we have, Derek, is can you give some more information regarding ramp up once somebody adopts this solution from day one till fully implemented? What kind of time frame is that?
It's a good question. So we're very hands-on with our customers and our partners to ensure that they have the education and the wherewithal to get the system up and running. This is certainly not something where we drop ship components and provide a couple pieces of documentation and thank you. So we want to be there to make sure you understand how the components work together, which does take on a server component, and we can go into more detail on that. But at a high level, what we do and how that works is we have a centralized component, an edge server application that acts as the firewall for EdgeViz devices and user connections to video streams, but it also manages the encryption of the system. It manages user profiles and encoder profiles. It's really a sysadmin tool that can be used to set up and create all the different domains and specific operational day-to-day function you need to. Once that's set up and established, at that point, you're adding new EdgeViz devices to the system like you would any other camera to a VMS connection, right? So scalable option, the scalability of this is, it's the thousands and beyond. We've introduced features which multi-site resilience being a big one for our enterprise users. And what that does is allow you to grow your server footprint beyond more than just one instance. And what this does is allow you to have geographically located redundant server applications. So should you have a failover in one region, now your edge devices instantly fail over to its backup designated server instance. And this just ensures, resiliency of the system and that you have continued unfettered access to your video streams. On the viewing client application side, that's more of an on-demand video request. So if you think about Amazon Prime or Netflix, right, you could consider us something similar of that, right? Per a user's role-based access control, they're allowed to view and present it with information in the video streams as they request that data. So in a VMS application, you could have an edge device configured in recording, but if you are not physically watching that video stream, you're not consuming any data. So for folks that are operating over cellular connectivity, this is a huge savings for them, because at that point you're only consuming data that you need when viewing a video stream, and so that helps you just save additional monies month over month, and that's been a very powerful component for our users in order to take that money and reallocate to other priorities of the agencies we work with.
Excellent. Well, I don't see any other questions in the queue.
Well, great. Well, I really appreciate your time today, everyone that was able to make the call, and some information for Jared and I shown here. We'll provide you our email and telephone information, so feel free to reach out to both of us or Jared or myself individually if you have follow-up questions. We can do deep dive sessions, and that's what I want to make sure that we're here for, is to answer all the questions that you didn't ask today, so that we can ensure that you have a full understanding of advantages you can expect with an EdgeViz deployed network.
Excellent. We're excited for the partnership and the opportunity to earn everyone's business. So thank you again for joining.
Thank you, everybody.